My name is Lunar Charlie. I'm from the Warm Springs Confederated Tribes. I live in Yakima. I'm a survivor of domestic violence, mother to two kids. I am speaking out on behalf of other Native American women, females, and so forth, to raise awareness of domestic violence. I myself never thought that it was unacceptable behavior until recently when my kids came back into my life. I became aware of my surroundings and my settings, and that being abused isn't normal behavior. And that was a tough cookie to grasp on. Cause I was told all the time that, your partner loves you, they're going to beat you, and so for me to go from that line of thinking to a whole new mindset is a whole new world for me. And I like to share my experiences and what I have learned on my journey to where I am today.
What did your childhood look like?
My mom, it was just my mother, single mother. She was still married to my dad until he passed away. My father was an alcoholic and he was abusive. He'd show up drunk, pass out at the house, and my mom would be scared and call the cops on him. I never understood why, because he'd be at the house for a while before she would get home, and I'd be talking with him and he'd be like, "Oh, I love your mom. I wish she'd take me back, but I know she won't." And as an adult today, I see why she was so afraid to have him around while he was intoxicated. And because that's what their relationship was abuse. And so seeing it from my new perspective, I get it now. I get it this time.
So what kind of abuse did you see growing up towards women?
Hitting, black eyes, open wounds, broken body parts, a lot of depression, just a lot of isolation, and keeping other people out of their lives to keep that one person there.
So how did you cope with that? How did you deal with that growing up? What was your escape or your safety? What did you run to?
For me, myself, I always ran and I would try and run from it, but I was just a kid, so I couldn't really run. I couldn't run away. It was more by just, I kind of put myself into a whole nother mental state of mind. Like, I was seeing it happen to somebody else, but it wasn't me. And I don't know how to explain it, but that's how my safety went, was because as long as it wasn't happening to me and it was someone else, then I'm okay. But it was me it was happening to. And, that's what I'm having to connect today as an adult.
Would you say it caused you to use drugs or alcohol to help numb the hurt from the things you've seen and experienced?
Oh, absolutely. Because when my father passed away, that's when a lot of the abuse really flared up, because my older sister was angry at my mom and blamed my mom. And my mom, she went into deep depression and she just stayed in her room all the time. And so as everybody was fighting, and my grandma came into the picture and was trying to help my mom, and I just saw so much bad that I was like, I'm done with this. And so by the time when he did pass away, I started drinking and using myself. And my older sister took advantage, and so I just run off with my older sister all the time and getting drunk and high all the time.
How old were